Hello, and this is kind of a boring intro, isn't it? So, welcome to the Halloween stream, which is technically on November 1st here, but we're not going to think too much about that. We're playing Alone in the Dark, the original Alone in the Dark from 1992, the origin of the modern survival horror game. This is a game that games like Silent Hill and Resident Evil would eventually take after. But wait with that. It's a French-developed game by Infogrames, who are now known as Atari. They bought Atari and have been using their name for a while. They no longer own the Alone in the Dark series, though, but we'll get to that. So, okay, let's start. Did it again. There we go. So I played this game quite a few times. Now we have two characters to pick from. We have Emily Hartwood and Edward Carnby. Edward Carnby would become the recurring protagonist of the series, whereas Emily Hartwood really only appeared in one more game in the series as an NPC, and her granddaughter appeared in the last game, which no one but me played because it's terrible. So who should we play as, Emily or Edward? I'll leave it up to you, Shaz. Hello, Vanquish. Hello, Conga. I'm just gonna pour myself a glass of soda. The game is fundamentally the same regardless of who you play as, for reference. It's purely aesthetical. I mean, there's technically a narrative difference, but it's almost non-existent. So it's basically like female or male character, and unlike Resident Evil, there's not even like a difficulty thing related to it. In Resident Evil, Jill and Chris were two different difficulty settings. Jill being the easier one. The guy, Edward, okay. I think that's a good choice, because I think I've done a Let's Play of this on this channel before, and I think I played as Emily that time. So let's do Edward. Now, this is the Steam version of the game. Now, I actually own the game. I should have prepared this before stream, but I just realized now that I didn't. I actually own the game, the original game from 92. This is the Steam version, and I'm not sure if it has voice acting or not, because the game was re-released with CD audio, and that one has voice acting sometimes. So we'll see if I have to do the voice acting myself. I'm kind of hoping for that, but since I had the Steam version ready to install, I just went with it. It just runs in DOSBox. Okay, so let's go with Edward.
On my door, a dull brass plate says Private Detective. The few friends I have call me Carnby. The others call me the Reptile. I don't care to think what my banker calls me. These days, I leave my letters unopened. Bills and threats to send in the receivers just ruin my day. When an antique dealer called Gloria Allen contacted me, I slipped into my best shirt, holstered my .38, and got to her shop as fast as I could. I was expecting something sordid. Blackmail, probably. Boy, was I wrong. What I was asked to do was visit a property called Dersetto and find a piano in the loft. It was an old piano with secret drawers. The kind people who buy stuff in antique stores go crazy over. The Dersetto house is supposed to be piled high with classy junk. Furniture, books, paintings. It looked like whoever owned Dersetto was about to get cleaned out. I was going to bring up the subject of money when Gloria Allen handed me $150 and a key. I kept myself from grinning at the thought of my banker's surprise. He doesn't like his victims getting away. I looked over a copy of the police report. The former owner of Derceto, a guy called J. Hartwood, had hanged himself in the loft. The coroner concluded it was a clear-cut case of suicide. I promised Gloria Allen I'd give the place a look over.
His name was Jeremy Hartwood, by the way, not Jay Hartwood. I don't know why they keep that secret, but, you know.
My report will be ready in a couple of days. I've been reading up on the history of the old house. It's the kind of place ghosts run away from in terror. Grisly murders, curses, lunacy. Luckily, devil worship makes me smile, so this is my idea of a paid vacation.
And that's the internet. Is the audio fine? I should ask about that. I just didn't want to interrupt Mr. Carnby here, who sounds so slow and bored in this game. But, oh well. Because it's easy for me to adjust the audio now if it was too low or too high. There would not be much voice acting, I should mention that. Just when you read stuff. Seems fine for now. Okay, well, let's start then. So this was one of the first adventure games to use 3D polygons to render its player characters. And other things. Like this car. And there it is. Derceto. Creepy hands. This was a staple of the Alone in the Dark games. The window shot, where the main character is seen early on in the game from someone watching. It appears in the first 4 out of the total of 6 Alone in the Dark games. Cat is making noises, so I don't know what she's up to. Oh, he's playing with a ball. Okay, that's fine. So this game was originally going to be called Call of Cthulhu in the Dark. Infogrames got a deal to make 5 Call of Cthulhu games. This was going to be the first one. Ultimately, the Call of Cthulhu name was removed. They felt it was too action-focused to be a Chaosium Call of Cthulhu game, where you're not supposed to fight the monsters generally in Call of Cthulhu. I really hope the cat isn't too loud. She's having the time of her life right now with a ball. It was also briefly called Call of Cthulhu. Okay, I'm going to first pause because I have to explain how this game works. It's also going to be called Call of Cthulhu, I believe, Depths or Dark of Derceto or something like that. But eventually became Alone in the Dark. So, this game basically functions as a point-and-click adventure game. But there's no pointing and clicking, it's tank controls instead. So you have like keywords like fight, open search, close, push. You set your character to this, and then the action button, which I hope is space, it should be space, does that prompt. So normally in an adventure game you would click open and then point to something. So we're going to start. You notice, by the way, we do not have a gun, even though Edward Carnby said that he was bringing his 38. We do not have a gun. I'm going to set this to push immediately. Now we'll explain why in a moment. This is the combat music. Oh, this is not good. This happened earlier than I thought. Okay, we have to fight. We have a monster here. Let's see if we can get a better look at the monster. Okay, here we go. Oh no, took a hit. So you attack by holding down the action key, space, and then you use the directional keys to do different attacks, like up for this kick, which is generally the best option for these enemies. This thing, which I have never figured out exactly what it's supposed to be, it looks like a cross between a duck and a dog, is essentially the original dog through the window prototype from Resident Evil 1. That famous jump scare. Oh my god, how much health does this thing have? There we go, it's dead. Good. And now I'm going to change to push, and I'm going to push this chest. Because otherwise this trapdoor will open and another enemy will come out. What I wanted to do at the start, that I wasn't able to do in time actually, was push this wardrobe in front of the window. That way you can stop the first enemy as well. Don't know why it jumped through so fast. I've never seen it before. That sound right there is the trapdoor. The zombie trying to get into the trapdoor. Yeah, there's zombies in this. Voodoo zombies. Real classic voodoo zombies. An old Indian cover, let's take it. Of course, fairly dated. That term is referring to Native Americans, of course. Not the actual population of India. Rifle. Also, here's the piano we were supposed to look at. Nothing here. Yeah, this is one of the strangest things about the game, in my opinion. Both Emily and Edward's intro talk about this piano. You can't interact with this piano. There's nothing in the piano. There will never be anything in this piano. Like, I don't know what the point of it is. But they sure mentioned it. So the number next to our spinning self, there is our health. Started with 20, now we have 19, we took one hit. Thankfully the little duck dog monster things don't do that much damage. I think there's a book we can find here. Yeah, look, a book. Let's read it.
Fragment of the Myth of the Golden Fleece.
Okay.
Then Perseus came across Ikios.
So I'm just going to skip through this. Basically, you can find a bunch of books and notes, and that's generally the clues for how to solve puzzles in the game. The way you run in the game is by double tapping forward, but it tends to not work most of the time. Here we can also get a good look at our friend Carnby. Look at that. Beautiful, ain't it? Top-notch graphics from 1992. Seriously, this was incredibly advanced. By no means pretty, and they knew that because there's mock-up shots where they literally drew another head onto Carnby to try and make it look better. But like, incredibly advanced. And this game was available not just on PC, on DOS. It was also released on the 3DO. And I want to say that noise. I want to say the Jaguar as well, but I could be wrong there. Also, this room is basically where they just brag about them doing 3D. Like, look, here's a stool you can push and not do anything important with. Here's a rocking horse. that rocks back and forth. Yeah, his bow tie does look like sunglasses, like those kind of like spiky sunglasses. Nothing to anything here. Get used to Carby's Kung Fu, by the way. It's going to be our primary way of fighting at the start, because we don't want to waste shotgun ammo on the early enemies. Oh, hey, look! A bow, but no arrows. Oh, an oil can. Ain't that nice? So we can probably use that for our oil lamp. The lamp is full. Nothing important. Just making sure, yeah. Of course, all the backgrounds are painted. And honestly, I really do like the art style, apart from, I mean, I do like the blocky character models too, but like I do think the art direction itself is really solid. The doors can actually open without using a command. Oh, I thought there was going to be an enemy here. Ah, it's been too long since I replayed this. I'm getting false memories. Oh well. I'm going to save here. I will save this up. Oh, sorry. Let me do that over again. Stream 1. There we go. Let's go down the hallway, shall we? We're dead. Have I played this game many times? I have probably played through this game 30 times, maybe? It's one of my favorite games of all time. I know it by heart. We will be finishing it on this stream. Like, I know exactly. Chest is locked. I know exactly what to do. It really, the only thing that like affects how long it might take to finish this are two things. The dodgy running in the game and pirate RNG. And I will explain pirate RNG when we get there. Pirate RNG is not fun. Oh, an old cavalry saber. Let's equip the cavalry saber. It does more damage than the Kung Fu. Oh no, zombie! Shock and horror. So, this game actually got a modern port a few years ago for, of all things, iOS. And you would think that maybe they would like, I don't know, polish it up a bit or something for a modern re-release. It didn't. It's just as dodgy. In fact, the running is even dodgier, and because it's touch controls, you basically can't do anything without, like, the game is breaking on you. And you get stuck everywhere. In fact, I'm gonna save here because the next room you might get stuck in quite easily. But one thing that's actually interesting. Oh, hello. Oh no, my sword broke. That's okay though. What was I saying? Oh yeah, one thing that's cool about the iOS version is that it's actually in high resolution. Like, it's in HD. Like, everything is the same, and for some reason the textures don't load properly. It's like, if you look at Carby, I can't get a good shot of it. But if you look at this door, you can see that there's like a texture on it, on the dark brown. It's not just like a solid dark brown. That doesn't work on the iOS version. It's just a solid color instead. So we're going to can we not trigger this enemy early? I guess not. Fine. We will walk over here. I don't want to, but let's do it anyway. Pick up the vase. Yeah. Oh no! It's another duck thing. God, their first hit is always the worst. I think it's supposed to be like some kind of werewolf-like creature, because they always do that. Oh god. They always do. Oh no, I got stuck in a door. Oh. Okay. We're gonna have to use our rifle. Ah shit! I missed. This is exactly where you. So this is the biggest hurdle in the game. This exact room. Because this enemy can corner you, and even if you win the battle... Yeah, we're dead. Even if you win the battle, what can happen, and actually does happen a lot, let's fight this zombie instead, is that the enemy will push you into a corner, and you'll get stuck on the geometry. And then you're just soft-locked. So this room right here is the hardest room in the game. It's actually the only room I know that's like consistent on the soft lock too. Like, if you get knocked into that corner, which you will if you don't know how to fight the enemy, or if you just get unlucky, you get stuck like every time. I saved the saber this time. We're gonna try and get this enemy into a nicer spot. I'm going to just run into this room instead. Okay, that should do better. Ah, shit. And there went the... That'll do. Not that shabby, actually. You might be wondering, what do we need a vase for? Bad puzzles, really, is what we need it for. So here we can get our first health item. I forget, is there a thing here? No water. No water, okay. So this first aid case, you have to open it, and then you get a flask, and then you can use the flask to heal. I'm at 22 health. I believe that's... If not max health, it's close to max health. So... we need a pair of mirrors, and I will show you why. These are night gaunts. They're a Lovecraftian creature, and they do not work like this in the actual, like, Lovecraftian stories or the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game, but for some reason, we defeat them by having them look at each other. There's one there, and one there. So we need to put mirrors in the corners so they will see each other. Where do you hide a mirror? Well, in a vase, of course. So we're gonna throw this vase. There's a key, and we will use this key, I believe, in this drawer? Yes, a small mirror and a small mirror. Now the problem is, when we carry these small mirrors, if we get hit, the mirrors will break. and soft lock the game. Thankfully, I think I've taken care of all the enemies here already, so it should be fine. So the Night Gaunts, as described in Lovecraft's work, are not purple, but they are faceless winged creatures. They're said to be black. Of course, it's a Lovecraft monster. Of course, it's going to be dark. There's so many dark man monsters and the like in Lovecraft's work, but let's not think too much about that. We will get to that later. Yay, we cleared the first floor. This mansion has 3 floors, a cellar, and a catacomb beneath the cellar. Oh no, we're locked in. I think that laughter is supposed to be... I guess I shouldn't say, it's a spoiler. But it also sounds like a bad Dracula impression. Anyway, we're gonna go down to the first floor. And the first floor is tricky because you can get stuck on these stairs and then end up in an infinite loop where you're walking up and down the stairs. This game is not very polished by modern standards, you might notice. Just going to go in here. I think this door is unlocked. Oh, this is the kitchen. I didn't think we would get to the kitchen already. I was thinking of another room. We don't want to be in the kitchen just yet. Let's hold off on that. Actually, the kitchen is a bit tricky. So let's instead see, the basement is that way. So let's go in here. This is where I'm gonna save again. You have to save often in this game because the game will one-hit kill you whenever it feels like, really. So this isn't the room, it's a garden. Looks pretty inconspicuous at first. This garden has a unique enemy, and we're going to get a look at them just now. And hopefully I won't die. So we're going to investigate the bush here, beneath the statue. Oh, there are 3 arrows here. Oh no, spiders fall from the ceiling. These spiders cannot be killed. But they also can't follow you into the next room. This is basically how Alone in the Dark operates when it comes to scares. It has like localized small scares that will probably kill you the first time you learn about them. But aren't too bad once you know how to do it. A pot of soup. Can we look at the soup? Oh, we can't. I should look at it first, probably. Well, there's human flesh in it, that's the thing. Let's see... Oh hey, a key! How useful. And a biscuit box! A knife! Another knife! I think there are 5 knives you can find in this game. And only one is you actually have to use. Eat it? Should I? Oh no! Enemy! Let's search the coal. A box of shoes! How good! Let's open the shoebox. There's a revolver inside! And it's loaded! How very nice. It's full of water. An oil can, yay! That's actually, that might be how you notice the human flesh, now that I think about it. Let's try and eat it. Yuck! Some human flesh. We didn't take any damage, that's okay. Let me just double check. There's nothing here. I don't think so. No water. It's funny that... Oh, yeah, no, I guess you do use a jug of water at one point. So I guess it's if you want to refill that jug of water, you can go to the water barrel there. I've always wondered why Carnby complains about the lack of water, but that might be it. I just never had that issue. Let's walk in here. This is a dining hall. Oh no! There are zombies everywhere! Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. We have to be careful. They might notice us. Oh no, they noticed us! What shall we do? I know. Let's put the pot of soup with human flesh in here. Are we cool? The zombie sits down. They can dine on the human flesh. Let's search this cabinet. Nothing important. What? What? I thought the jug was there. Oh no, is my memory failing me? That's not good. I need a jug for the next room. Well, fuck it. Let's just not go to that room right now then. The jug is probably elsewhere. Where the hell do you get the jug? Oh wait, no, I remember. I remember. Let's see, is this room locked or not? It's locked. We do have a few keys, but I don't think we have that key yet. Let's, just in case, let me check. No, I think that's the basement key we got there. That's a dresser key, yeah. Okay. What, you confused about giving zombies a pot of human soup? Makes sense. Do we want to go into the basement? Yeah, we do. Actually, let's go to the basement. The basement is pretty quick to clear, so that'll be a good thing to do now. Yes. So I grew up playing this game. I think I got this game when I was like 6 years old. And I played the hell out of it, because I loved adventure games, and this was just adventure games but with combat. And cool graphics and spookiness, and I love that shit. This is the basement. It's basically just one big room. It has rats that can attack you. I don't know if you can attack the rats. They're really annoying. So we're just gonna run. I think we can search some of these lockers, but I don't know which of them. Anyway, the reason we're here is to spot these barrels, find this block, take the block, so that the barrels move out of the way. That's good and important, and they also hit the rats, so that's useful. I will explain why that's important later. Oh yeah, like, when it comes to like me and like what I did as a kid, what I played and watched and such as a kid, like, it gets fucked up. Like, at that point I was already playing Doom. I don't know, like, my mom had a very loose attitude towards fiction. Like, her rule was basically, if you can differentiate between fiction and reality, then you can like play whatever you feel like. Oh, hey, look, I'm sure this is a safe place. Oh no, oh no, oh no, giant worm. Giant worm, let's go out of here. Let's not be here right now. That might have killed us. No, okay, good. Oh, we actually stepped on that rat. Maybe you can kill the rats then. I never bothered, I just run away. So that giant worm there, if you know your Lovecraftian mythos, was a Chthonian. They really don't act like Chthonians, though. They act more like tunnel worms from, like, Doom. Not called tunnel worms in Doom. They're just called, like, sandworms or something, right? Well, but it doesn't matter. Let's go up to the second floor. Now we can clear the second floor. What you need to clear the second floor are the arrows that we picked up. So we can do that now. But first, let's go in here. Wonder what's in here. Oh no, it's a ghost. Can you tell? You can't. Oh no, our inventory is full. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna unload our inventory. This works a bit like in Resident Evil 0. We can like put stuff down to clear your inventory. So let's take this block and let's just throw it away. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you actually throw the thing, sometimes it just ends up on the floor and you try to pick it up every time you walk past it. It's a little annoying, to be perfectly honest. See if we can throw this, maybe? Yay! We threw it! Cool. So anyway, this is a ghost. She's a little hard to see. Wait, really? We still don't have enough room? Let's throw the broken vase. Oh, that didn't work either. No. Yes, we got a gramophone. Good. But this red silhouette is a ghost. Now, she's not gonna bother us. She's fine. As long as we don't bother her, she will not bother us. I don't even think she has a story. I've been playing this game forever, and I have never found a book or anything that explains who she is. Hold on. Let's throw this book away. We've already read it. Nope. The throwing system is not very good. Let's see. We can reload our... Actually, can we? How many bullets do we get? Doesn't say. And let's not risk that. We don't want to waste them. We need the broken saber, I know. Okay, good. Poker! So this is a fireplace poker. You know, you poke in the fireplace to make it, like, get better fire. It's the only item in the game that, as far as I know, has no use. My theory is that it's from an unused puzzle, because there are fireplaces in this game, but it's just here. You can't use it. We want the matchbox, though. So the question is, do you want to see us get killed by the ghost? Or even better, do you want us to make this floor incredibly dangerous by activating... We activated the ghost. Shit. This is bad. I wasn't supposed to do that. Shit. Okay, well, well, let's look at the death scene. Why not? So, yeah, that ghost will chase you across the entire floor. If you have opened the doors already, you can survive by knowing where to go. There's a similar ghost on the lower floor. There's multiple ones on the lower floor, actually. The end. And here we are at an altar, sacrificing our dead body as a host for the secret villain of the game. Again, it's important to save often in this game. Oh shit, I saved before the basement. Okay, I will do this quick. I didn't think I would walk... Basically, the only way to disturb the ghosts are to walk into them. If you don't walk into them, they're fine. They don't do anything. And I was certain I was at a decent angle to not... Come on, run! Please, Carnby. There we go. I was certain I was at a decent angle to not have to, like, change my trajectory, but I guess not. We're not gonna go visit the Chthonian this time, we don't have to. The only thing you have to do down here is remove that block, so that the barrels don't block the path, because that's important for later. And it's arguably the most evil part of the game. Not the hardest part of the game, we talked about it earlier, that's the room where you get stuck in the corner. But it's the most evil part of the game for sure. We're going to take the ghost's room last, just in case I fuck it up again. Because we don't need to go there right now. It's no rush. What I will do though... Oh, hello. That armor, by the way, is alive. We will be fighting it later, so I don't consider it much of a spoiler, but you don't want to walk into it because then it wakes up early. Let's throw some stuff away. Nope, not use. So the game doesn't actually tell you this, but basically each item has like a value for how much it takes up space in your inventory. And that's why, despite throwing stuff away earlier, we didn't have enough space for the gramophone. No, no, no. Okay, that should be good enough. Let's save here. We're out of save spots. There we go. So let's go this way. Let's go this way instead. Okay, so there's two doors here. Let's start with the closest one. These shouldn't be locked. No, they're not. Good. Okay. A bedroom. A notebook.
Diary of Jeremy Hartwood. September 27th, 1924. I have decided to keep this diary. Too many inexplicable events have taken place recently. Never have dreams so haunted my every waking moment. Perhaps my romantic mind was too dull, and has only now woken up to these new paths and visions. Some, seeing my recent paintings, may question my sanity. I can only ask them, what is sanity? Where does madness begin? September 28th, 1924. The night is pitch black. I am again drenched in sweat. I was wandering in the dunes, among giant standing stones. They were arranged in a circle, and the wind whistled about them. I plunged my hand into the soil and felt that repulsive thing which was trying to catch me. It seized me. I struggled to break free of its loathsome embrace and managed to tear my hand away. It was covered in sticky substance. I was gripping a knife. October 5th, 1924. The stone circle is a pentacle. Derceto's library is filled with books on the occult. I will study those books until I find some explanation for the dreams. The visions that haunt me must be connected to my discoveries. I shall have to undertake a profound exploration of my dreams. December 16th. Dear God, I have found the knife. It was hidden here, and what I have learned fills me with apprehension. It is a sacrificial dagger belonging to some unholy cult. The thought of that blade tearing through human flesh horrifies me, yet I must continue my research. Derceto is a storehouse of treasures. Was my father right, after all? January 23rd. I spend all my days plunged in dusty books. The servants are convinced I am mad. At night, I awaken them with my screams. The dreams are draining what sanity I still have. I have tried staying awake, but in vain. My visions have changed. No doubt the influence of my father's research. February 7th, 1925. The Dark Man, that is what I call him, has revealed his true face to me. He appeared, as usual, near the fireplace, but this time he approached me.
Yeah, so here we get to the Dark Man stuff. Typical Lovecraftian style things. Could have used any other way to describe, but you know.
His terrible smile will haunt me to my dying day. His breath was ice and his burning eyes froze me. I could not move. I know, as surely as I have ever known anything, that the face I saw, the face that has turned my nights into hellish torture, is the mask of death.
Oh yeah, it's super racist, absolutely. Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, it is.
March 10th. My exhaustion is beyond description. The endless reading burns my eyes. It seems that pirates frequented the area. Dr. Herbert insists I keep to my bed. I have moved to another bedroom and sleep much better now. The Dark Man has not gone, however. I know it. He will wait for as long as he must. Unless I, Jeremy Hartwood, can find a way to send him back to whatever hell he comes from. March 11th. My poor knowledge of Greek and Latin is a serious handicap to my reading. I have, nevertheless, made a great step forward. I drew the symbol on the floor. He can no longer go there. I want him to understand that I can do the same thing in my bedroom. I can imagine his rage and frustration. Only last night he found his way back into my dreams. March 13th. The translation will seriously dent what money I have left. I cannot paint. My pictures are clearly the work of a lunatic. The collector Thornhill's embarrassed smile was proof of that. March 29th. He has come back. He found the door to my dreams. I am too weary to attempt any defense. I have no strength left to fight, and he knows it. He considers me dead already. Could I possibly? March 30th. How ironic! The cave my father sought for so many years is here! Beneath the house! Wait, the butler discovered a crack in the cellar wall. A breeze blows in through it, icy and repugnant. I am filled with horror at the thought of my father dying in this place. I will carry to my grave the vision of his face contorted in the agony of that fatal heart attack. His body was twisted. He had webbed. His fingernails were torn and bloody from scrabbling at the floor. Dr. Gray concluded that death had been due to a heart attack. It was Waits, who some time later was informed that my poor father had in fact bitten off his tongue and choked on his own blood. March 31st. I explored the caverns in a dream. The Dark Man came with me. Strangely, I felt almost well. How can I describe what I saw? No. What words are capable of explaining such evil? I realized that my death was of no interest to him. The Dark Man wants something else. He seeks a body. His avid servants are now free. I am the cause. It is almost funny. A curse is on Derceto. From the foundations to the very rooftop. I can no longer struggle, let alone eradicate the evil that grips the house. The end is very near, I can feel it. I have taken the decision to... May he who finds this diary pray for my soul.
I fucking love that reading. That just beautiful camp, just completely shooing the scenery at the end. That's just That's dedication. No, the Dark Man is definitely like referring to, well, probably referring to a man with dark skin, because the man in question is like if I recall correctly, like a pirate and, well, a former pirate, and yeah, well, we'll get there. Oh no! Combat music. Oh shit, that might have actually been... Oh, come on. Not this shit again. Come on. $14 health. Let's eat some crackers or biscuits. You feel better! Yay! So I think that's all there is in here. Yeah, it's actually an optional room. It's if you want the backstory to Heartwood's suicide, that's it. But I find it kind of important. I mean, it's the whole setup for the game. Let's go in here, shall we? Oh, it's a bathroom. Oh no, it has a purple thing. Oh, come on, let me just pick up the jug, please. So you might wonder, how do you fight that purple piranha plant? You don't. You can't kill it. This game is odd with its enemies. Like, some enemies you can kill, some enemies it won't let you. I think it's a plant. Oh no, this room is in the dark. So that's a leftover. Remember what I said? This game was originally going to be called Call of Cthulhu in the Dark? That's a title drop. And you know this because in Alone in the Dark 2 and 3, when you enter a dark room... Oh, we actually, like... Did we not fill the... Oh, wait. Sorry. Did we not pick up the... We didn't. Right, because I said we could do that later. Okay, let's go pick up the matchbox that I cluelessly left behind. Anyway, in Alone in the Dark 2 and 3, when you enter a dark room, it goes, shoot, I'm all alone in the dark. But here they just say in the dark. This room is in the dark because it was going to be called In the Dark pretty close until release. Which I have to say is a very odd title. I do like that you can still walk around with the lantern up, even though you don't have any light from it. Take the gramophone. Ignore the poker, take the matchbox. And we're going to be very careful this time about walking around the ghost. I always thought it was a woman because it looks like it has like a dress on, but maybe it's supposed to be Jeremy Hartwood. It didn't say that the dark man talked to him through the fireplace. I don't know. Your interpretation may vary. There is a thing here, I thought. What is there? There we go. A box of cartridges. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's Oh, oops. That wasn't what I meant to do. Did I waste it now? Damn it, I wasted the second oil can. Well, as long as I know what I'm doing, that shouldn't be a problem. Let's reload the gun. You only need one oil can to beat the game, but if your lantern runs out of fuel, you're gonna have to refuel it. But that shouldn't be an issue because I won't be using the lantern after this room until the next time we have to use it, so as long as I remember to actually put out the lantern, it'll be fine. This room is in the dark. The lamp is on. Yay! Oh shit, really? Well, let's start by reading the book, I guess, to see which book it is.
A Brightness from Afar by Lord Boleskine, an account of his celebrated following.
Fluff. Let's just throw that away. Let's throw it away in the other direction. Yeah, we can take the heavy statuette. That's what we came here for. And now we can put the lantern away. But yeah, if you run out of fuel and you can't recharge your lamp, it's a soft lock. You can't beat the game. Well, actually, maybe you still can with the lamp, with the lighter, or the box of matches, but I don't think so. I never tried it. This is pretty funny, so let's actually show what happens here. Did I save this before it? Yeah, I did. So, that's clearly a picture of a stereotype, of a Native American stereotype. So, let's just walk away from it. We don't want to deal with that. We have enough racism as it is. Oh no, it throws a tomahawk axe at us. And we'll keep doing so until we're dead. I'm not even joking. So how do you solve that? Well, you read the Golden Fleece book that tells you how the Golden Fleece would protect blah 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 blah. And that gives you the clue to just put something over the painting. Makes perfect sense, right? There's another painting over there of a person with a bow and arrow. It will do the same thing. It will shoot arrows at you that are homing. And it's really funny, so I will show it. So I'm going to just turn around real quick. Oh look, it's going to be chasing us across the entire floor. Until it hits us, and then another one will be shot, and we'll loop until we die. I once got the arrow to bug out and just circle around the entire floor, and the camera is set to follow the arrow, so I could only control Edward when it passed by the rooms I was in. Otherwise, I couldn't see where I was going. It was really funny. And I wish I had like footage of that. It would have been great footage. Anyway, so how do you defeat a bow and arrow painting? Well, by firing arrows at it, of course. See if we get it on the first. Oh no, that's way off. Oh, could that be good enough? That's good enough. Run, please. Thank you. A book. Let's look at it. It's a fake book. You know what that means? Well, if you've played puzzle games, you know what it means. It means there's a bookshelf to put it into to open something. That's always how it works. A key! A parchment. Let's read the parchment. The Creatures of the Night.
The Creatures of Night by Hubertus the Bald.
Of monstrosity.
Yeah, so here it talks about
No.
various enemies in the game, and they're like Lovecraftian stuff. And it even name drops the author of the Necronomicon in Lovecraftian lore. So like they really wanted this to be like they clearly went out of their way to make this like Cthulhu themed, I call it Cthulhu themed game, and then just drop the name. And it's funny that they drop it because of you fighting the monsters, because in so many Call of Cthulhu games these days you do anyway. Yeah, so this is actually a hint. This painting on the right here of a tree with fire in it. That's a hint. I will not explain how it's a hint, but it's a hint. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take our oil lamp and we're going to put it on the floor, which will light up the entire room, even places we can't see. Oh no! It's a purple pixel enemy. We can't fight it, so let's run away. According to the book of the creatures we read earlier, just now, it's called... Oh wait, sorry. What? Is this not... What? What? Shit! There! No! We have to circle around. We're stuck. God damn it. Okay, well, let's do that over again then, shall we? Oh, So according to the paper of enemies earlier, that enemy is called the Prowler. And we need to use the sacrificial dagger mentioned in Jeremy's diary to kill it. But we don't have the sacrificial dagger. And normally I remember where the actual mechanism for the bookcase is, and I don't fuck that up. It's there, you know, it's been a few years. We can leave the parchment this time, we don't need it. Please run. Thank you. I'm pretty positive if you close that door, a zombie can appear in that room. 'Cause I remember vividly that I fought a zombie in that room. I'm not sure why I would make that up. Okay. Let's be quicker this time. Let's put down the lantern to light up our way. Run before the Prowler catches up to us. So this is where the trigger was. We have to see that it's a fake book there. Now we can put it in. Yay! And the Prowler can't come in here because of the pentagram on the floor. Yeah. It also can't leave the library at all, so I'm not sure why we needed a pentagram here, but you know, hey, a talisman, that's probably important. Let's take it. Let's check here. Oh, a dagger! Oh, a dagger! Oh, a dagger! Oh, a parchment! Oh, a parchment! A book. Oh, well, we can't carry the books. Let's just hope they're not important. Hello, Angel! So let's see. Sacrificial.
dagger. Auto.
Yeah, great. So here it talks about the daggers.
With a sinusoidal blade. Zip.
And this is the one we need.
The knife with a...
Oh yeah, that parchment calls the prowler the vagabond for some reason.
The Book of Yael.
Oh yeah, this is just like talking about runes and stuff. Normally I would actually read all this, but since it's voice acted, I don't want to because it's so slow. But okay, let's look at the daggers. This is clearly the dagger that they showed in that image, so let's equip that. And hope we're lucky. Run. Run! Please run! Or not, you know, fair enough. I mean, it's only your life that matters. Oh. Well, we killed it. One hit. You might think that's underwhelming. And, I mean it is. But, yeah. That's how you kill the Prowler. There's actually 2 unique deaths in here. I think I'm gonna show those off before we head to the next floor. But first, I wanna go out here. So let's see. Let's start by putting away the lantern. Remember how I said that this this suit of armor is alive? Oh. Oh no! It's alive! Oh no, we can't fight it. We have a heavy statuette. Maybe... Oh. Maybe the game's throw mechanic can work. Oh, come on. There we go. Now we have a working sword again. And we have finished this floor. So, I'm going to show off 2 unique deaths. They're both in the library. So this game doesn't really have a sanity system, but you can actually die from a Call of Cthulhu style insanity. Basically. How did that work? I don't know. I think the explanation is that the statue is like a voodoo thing. There's a bunch of voodoo in this game. So the idea is that like you like use the voodoo doll to like capture the spirit in the armor or something like that. There's a book that explains it, or a note that explains it. That's normally how it is. So let's actually go in here again, and let's have a look here. I don't think it's this one, I think it's this one. So these 2 books that we just picked up, going to do it. Okay, deaths. Just call it that. These books are special books. So read this one.
Fragments of the Book of Abdul.
The Book of Abdul is the Necronomicon in Lovecraftian mythos.
In the antique city of dead Relaya, Cthulhu dreams and waits. In the pit of time, the unspeakable lies in wait. That is not dead which can eternal lie. Relaya, your blocks of stone seal the ritual that gives birth to fear.
Together now. Cthulhu Fatang. Cthulhu Fatang. Aye. Aye. It's aye. What? Seriously? Oh well.
Let he who knows how to...
Yeah, well, you get it. You get it. You get it. So what happens when you read your Necronomicon? You start slamming your head on the floor. And you feel very tall. Cracking your back and stuff. That's insanity effect. Now, we actually survived that because we had a lot of health. So let's read the other one.
Ludwig Prin. De vermis mysteriis. Nomine invocatoris si non sanctificatus est cave. De vermis mysteriis non absolvo folem legendum fatum et eum versus. Tibi magnum innominandum signa stellarum nigrarum et...
Well, that made no sense to me. Oops. So, yeah, we just invoked a spell that killed us. And because we destroyed our body, we didn't get the game over scene where we become an offering. I think that's a nice touch. But yeah, so imagine, you're playing this game not knowing how everything works, and you just found a book. Oh, I want to read that, and then the game just kills you for it. Hope you saved your game before you read a book. Okay, well, we're done with this floor. Let's head on downstairs. Let's go the other way, because I don't want to have to stop and not pick up a bunch of items. We're done with the third floor, the second floor, the basement. We only have the first floor left, and then we're in the catacombs. So let's see, where did we leave? Oh yeah, right. I was complaining that I couldn't find a jug of water. Well, I have it now. But I don't know if it has water in it. It looks empty, right? So let's actually try and fill it up. Maybe I was misremembering. Maybe you actually do have to fill it up. Oh, hello. Where was the water? The water was over here. I was pretty sure the jug has water in it when you start, but I don't want to risk it, so let's actually go and fill it up. Just in case. You filled the jug. Yeah, okay, fair enough. So I just misremembered them. I don't think these zombies can wake up again, but I'm being careful just in case. Do you think the next room has a evil trap that can kill us without us knowing? Of course it does. Let's walk in here. Oh no! The smoke from the cigar box will kill us. I'm not even joking. We have to turn... Oh god. We have to, like, stop the smoke somehow. Good thing we have a water jug. Let's pour it on the cigars. Now we will not die. Not even joking, that's the puzzle. That's the actual puzzle. Okay. Oh, record! Oh, book! Well, we're not fucking with books anymore, they're dangerous. Let's see. Can we get in here? It's locked, but we have a key. More records. Another book. And what's this? A sword thing. There's only one sword. We have a broken sword. Oh hey look! It opened a secret catacomb staircase. We're not gonna head down yet though, because we're not done yet. Okay. Oh wow, Edward actually ran on the first try. That's unusual. So we have 2 rooms left to investigate. Let's go in here. Now remember I told you about pirate RNG. This is pirate RNG. So this right here is a pirate. and we're going to fight this pirate. You have to fight the pirate with a sword, because if you try and shoot the pirate or attack the pirate with any other weapon, he backflips out of the way, and I will show that. Let's just feel like, I don't feel like fighting you, pirate man. Die. Backflip. There's the backflip. Doesn't work. The problem is, right, sword fighting in this game. Well, whether or not you hit your opponent or if he blocks, it's random. It's random. Like, it's just random. So this is kind of where you never really know how it's gonna go. There's no real tactic to it. The pirate only has one attack pattern, and doesn't matter which attack you do, like... Let's say you hypothetically were to speedrun this game. This is where you would, like... This is the run killer right here. Bloodborne, eat your heart out. It's like, with all the other enemies in the game that you have to fight, it's fairly straightforward. It's just who hits the other one first. With this dude... Oh shit, we both took damage. Oh, whoa, 2 damage. 3 damage. 4 damage. 5 damage. Wow. I somehow got a combo in. That's never happened before. We got a key. Oh yeah, if you thought that I was doing damage before the end there, no, I wasn't. Only those last seconds were actual damage. If there is an actual strategy to that, I have not found it, and I've never heard anyone mention it. Admittedly, I haven't looked into speedruns of this game, so maybe there is. But as far as I understand, no, that's completely random. What's this? Nothing. It is the strangest part of the game. I also... The pirate... He doesn't look like a zombie. Which makes me wonder... Why is he there? Like, yes, this game is about a zombie trying to resurrect... it's about an old pirate trying to resurrect himself into a new body. But, like... That was just a pirate. Why didn't you just take that body? So here's another room of ghosts. These ghosts right here, all 3 of them, well, 6 of them, are ghosts. And they're guarding a key that we need. So how do you get rid of ghosts? Well, maybe some music will work. Blue Danube, not working. They don't like Blue Danube. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine, that's fine. Not everyone likes Johann Strauss, so that's fine. Let's try this red record. They don't care for Opus 69. They don't care for Opus 69. Hello, Juan. Not Japan, huh? Not Japan. Okay, well, how about this? How about this? This green record. Oh, it's the Dance of Death, Danse Macabre. Of course. Of course ghosts want to dance to the Dance of Death. That makes perfect sense. Shit! Okay, I'm gonna have to find a better spot. Yeah, if you run into them when they're dancing, it still counts as you disturbing the ghost, and that means you die. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Ah, I got the key. Now we are done with the second floor. I just hope. Oh, no. 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 Please leave me alone, and I will leave you alone. Have fun dancing. Hey, you know what I just thought of? Why go into the catacombs and fight a dead pirate? Let's just leave. I mean, why did we think of that from the start? Like, you can just... Bad ending. Okay, let's go into the last part of the game. Come on, please run. Please run. There we go. So we have now finished all of the we're now finished all of the house, and we only have the catacombs, the last part of the game left. We get a new skill, we get jump. In other words, there's platforming. You might be wondering, a 3D game with fixed camera angles and tank controls from 1992 doing platforming? Yeah, it's not good. Okay, here we go. Please run. Please run. Please run. Please, Edward. Edward! I swear, when I say this is one of my favorite games, I'm not joking, I'm being serious, but it's old, it's never been improved on with re-releases, and the running mechanic it doesn't work. Please run. Like, you're just supposed to double tap forward. But whether it works or not is a complete mystery. There we go, we got it. Oh wait, this looks familiar. Where have we seen this before? Oh well, it's probably not important. Oh no, it's the Chthonian! This is where it lives! Let's go hide over here. Oh no, an enemy! Oh, come on. Seriously? Asshole. I'm just gonna let you finish over there, wormy boy. Oh no! Oh well, thankfully it dug a new tunnel here. Well, this looks promising. Thankfully, there's not falling damage here. That would have been amazing if there was, though. So, how familiar are people with Dagon from Lovecraftian mythos? Because that right there is a deep one. Dagon's children. Well, Cthulhu is the... Oh. Well, Cthulhu is the most famous name-wise. I believe Dagon... Oh, come on. Please just go up there. Thank you. I believe Dagon is the one who's... Good thing I saved then. Dagon, I believe, is the story that's been adapted the most in terms of Lovecraft's more famous stuff. Why will you not walk over there? Thank you. Yeah, deep ones are essentially fish people. Oh no, it's a spider rat? Maybe? I don't know. So pretty much every room, oh no. Pretty much every room in the catacombs can kill you. Some in more annoying ways than others. Please run, thank you. Platforming time. So, preferably I will not have to deal with this bat creature thing. Okay, first try. It tends to be pretty random whether or not it feels like attacking you. Oh, good so far. Good so far. Oh. No. No. And we fell down. Yeah, we're not doing our bother. Because we lost so much health to... What did we... Wait, what did we get comboed by? Did we lose so much health to? I don't even remember now. It must have been something. Oh, whatever. Oh, come on. Yeah, be grateful that, like, Resident Evil and Silent Hill generally never had you do platforming. And I'm sure there's exceptions to that, but I can't think of anything. Oh yeah, it was a dog creature in the... Wait, when did we fight another dog creature? Because it must have been after... Oh, whatever, it doesn't matter. We don't need that much health to finish the game. As long as we don't get hit at all, it'll be fine. Please run. Edward! Edward! Oh my god. And this is a recurring protagonist. This dude appears in 5 out of 6 games. And technically 6 out of 6 games if you read the full story of the 6th one, which suggested maybe the new dude, who I believe is like called Jeremy Carnby or something. I'm not gonna fuck with that. Is maybe Edward Carnby as well, but I don't know. The 6th game is the worst. I will not be getting into that right now. Okay. This is another platforming section. You might have guessed as much. Now you might be wondering, didn't they reboot the franchise? Like, is it all with one and the same character, this Edward Carnby fella? Well, yes and no. They did a reboot. It's called Alone in the Dark: The New Nightmare in 2001. It was trying to be a bit more like Resident Evil, because, you know, it was post-Resident Evil. It released on, like, every system at the time, so it's on, like, PS2, PS1, Dreamcast, shit. Game Boy Color, yes, Game Boy Color. And PC, of course. And that's Alone in the Dark 4. So that one is not part of the original series, like it's a completely separate thing. But then the 5th Alone in the Dark game was actually a direct sequel to the original series. And that one is just called Alone in the Dark. It released in 2008. And was supposed to be accompanied by a remake of this game, which we'll be looking at after we finish this, much like how we looked at the prototype of Doom 3. And then there's Alone in the Dark 6, or Alone in the Dark Illumination. It's locked, but we have a very strange key that we got just before we went down here. What's in here? A gem. A book. Wait, wasn't there a pirate hook in here? Wait. Where's the pirate hook? Shit, have I missed something? We're supposed to get a pirate hook. Maybe we use that later? Can I please get a better look at this thing? Okay, we can just push this. Okay, good. I'm probably thinking of something you get later then. Because at one point you need a pirate hook to open up a path, and I thought this was here at first, so I was a little worried there. Yeah, Alone in the Dark 6, Alone in the Dark 6 is called Alone in the Dark Illumination. It's a co-op shooter in the vein of Left 4 Dead, and it's terrible. And for whatever reason, that game can't decide if it's a sequel or not. And it's strange. It's a very strange game. I have a playthrough on my channel. It's the worst game I've ever played. It's so bad that Atari sold off the IP to THQ Nordic. I'm not even joking. Welcome. Oh. Welcome to the maze. So I think... Did I save? I did, yeah. I think I remember this maze. I think Jim maybe played part of it, but I played all of it. I've spoken to Jim about it. For those who are not aware, we're speaking about Jim Sterling, a good friend of mine, way more famous than me. But yeah, him and I actually spoke about the game when it came out. Yeah, I played through the full game, and it is the only game I have reviewed and given a 0 out of 10. Clearly, I do not remember this maze, so I'm going to cheat and save scum because we accidentally used our second oil canteen, so we cannot risk running out of our lantern. Edward? I definitely used to have this whole maze memorized. Where did we go wrong this time? We walked down there, so maybe that's probably where we went wrong. We're probably supposed to go up here. The illumination, so bad. Like, I'm an Alone in the Dark apologist. Like, I love this game. I even love the 5th game, which got really negative reviews. But oh my god, Alone in the Dark 6 is the worst game I've played. Well, it's the worst game I've played that's come out of a, like, professional publisher. Like a big name professional publisher. Because I think that's an important distinction to make. Like, this wasn't just some, you know, random game made by a newbie dev on itch.io, or some random thrown together acid flip on Steam, or even like some vaporware game. Like, no, this was fucking Alone in the Dark, a classic survival horror game that Atari/Infogrames owned. And yeah, it is pathetically bad. And it's also the only Alone in the Dark game that, as a result, I have never replayed. Here we are, the last room in the game. Okay. Well, no, that's not true. This is the boss room. So that tree over there is Ezekiel Pregst, I believe his name is, the pirate that's trying to get a new body. We're gonna set fire to the tree to permanently kill him. Problem is, he has voodoo protection. Now we learn that there's a symbol that prevents his powers. He is the aforementioned Dark Man. Let's run up here. Oh, there's a hook. Okay, so here's where the hook was. So let's use our talisman. Oh, we got hit there. That's not good. And we died. We got killed in a cutscene. Good job. Yeah, so... Please, Edward. We gotta time it a bit better this time. No, shit! Do we have any healing items? We don't, do we? Yeah. We don't even have our box of shotgun shells anymore because they got ruined in the water. Yeah, you're supposed to have way more health here. Will we get hit? Let's hope not. Okay, so there Ezekiel loses powers, and we will use the lighter to light our lamp, and then we will throw the lamp. Get out of here! We set fire to him. And now a Metroid-esque escape sequence begins. Oh no, there's a door! Let's use the pirate hook. That works, apparently. Where are we? Oh, in the labyrinth. Our way back got destroyed. Maybe this way will work if we use the hook again. Okay, we're good. We're good. Oh no! Platforming. Wait, this is wrong. This is the wrong way. Oh, it's okay. We can walk this way as well. I just realized I made the wrong turn there. This is heading back into the chambers. Let's just wade through the water and go through this hole here. It happens. Sometimes you walk the wrong way, you know. There's no shame in that. Can we get up here? Do we have to walk from this? We have to go from the other platform. Okay. Got it. Can you please run? Oh, come on. Carnby. Okay. Let's walk the right way this time. Run? Carnby! I don't think it's this way anyway, so let's just go this way. Basically, we need to find the way to the house again. So basically, I accidentally walked out here when I should have gone in the other direction. Is this where we came from? Wait, hold on. No, this is right. This is where, yeah, this is where we came from. Good. Alright. Let's hope our good friend the Chthonian doesn't get in the way. I genuinely wonder, like, what this cave is made out of, considering the sound it makes. So, let's say you play the entire game and you get here. Only to realize this way is blocked because you didn't move the barrels in the basement. You cannot beat the game because of a thing you missed right at the start. Yeah, that happened to me the first time. That's why it's important to pick up that block. And the barrels can kill you. If you stand where the barrels will roll, they will roll into you and do damage to you. This game, it's unforgivable at times, but we did it. We saved the day. We didn't get the piano we came here for, but, you know, killed the demon pirate. That's something. That jump of joy is brilliant. Oh no, the cab driver is a demon? That's never followed up on. And that is the original 1992 Alone in the Dark. Yeah, it ends there. That's the end. It's a very interesting way to end the game. But I love it. Like, I really do love this game. And I'm glad I got to replay it again for Halloween. It took a little longer than I expected because of voice acting and some bad RNG and just some bad deaths I ran into as well. But I still love it. Like, I love this game. It's a classic. The sequels are not as good, but they're still fun. Like, I wouldn't mind playing through the entire series again on stream if people would want that. This is the one I know the best. This and the fifth one I know the best. But I do own all 6 games, and I've played through them all multiple times, except for 6, because the game sucks. But I mentioned that there was a cancelled remake of this game. So let's have a look at that, shall we? Just as a fun little bonus before we close out the stream. The fifth Alone in the Dark game was made by Eden Games. Had a very troubled development. Eden Games were most famous for making the Test Drive Unlimited game, which was a big success. But their Alone in the Dark game is known for being buggy and one of those infamously unfinished games. I still love it, but it is sort of the Sonic 06 of horror games. And we'll get to that when we get to it. But they were also working on a remake of the first Alone in the Dark to tie in to their new Alone in the Dark. And this is a very, very, very early prototype. It's the only footage known of it. Just showing stuff off. So let's have a look at it. So here we have Derceto Manor again. This will be on the Xbox 360. Edward Carnby stepping in. There's now a noose from where Jeremy Hartwood hung himself. And here we are. Start of the game. As you can see, there's already some changes made. It's very much in the vein of Resident Evil Remake in that regard, that they wanted to like maintain the original game's concept and style, but update it so that, you know, even if you knew the original game, you would get something new out of this. There's an early rifle. Floorboard perspective. I think it's actually really cool. I like fixed camera angles a lot, and I think they're very much underused these days because people are a bit too fond of camera control games. But yeah, so in this version you actually would find something at the piano. So that creature that's attacking there, which is obviously like different from the creature in the original game, that dog-like enemy was actually made for Alone in the Dark 5, but was never used. But it was used in the Uwe Boll Alone in the Dark movie, the first movie, because that movie was largely based on two things. Alone in the Dark 4, The New Nightmare, and a bunch of concept designs from the then in development Alone in the Dark 5. So we push the chest over that, otherwise a zombie pops up. They don't get to that point here, but maybe they do. Is there a zombie here? Oh, there is. But the zombie is left. Okay, never mind. But yeah, as you can see, like, it was... Oh no, there's a zombie. It was a cutscene. So this is actually a humans with a Z, which is one of the recurring enemies in Dark 5. So this is just a placeholder enemy. It is pretty neat, isn't it? Like, it's obviously very early on, but it has promise. It's very dark, but then again, it's only dark. I feel like they should have kept Edward Carnby's wardrobe instead of giving him a regular tie, but, you know, fair enough. And here's a very early room. Something I do like, which is you don't really get a good shot of it here, because it's not the point of the video. But he actually has the design of Edward Carnby in Alone in the Dark 5, but like with slick back hair and a mustache to like fit the 1920s look. It was just a nice way to like try and connect the fact that it's the same character. There's like unaging shenanigans that explains that, in case you were wondering. Edward Carnby in Alone in the Dark 5 is 111 years old. Yeah, I'm a little sad that Atari did not go forward with this. Like, as far as I understand, this is just like a pitch demo. It never went past being just a pitch demo. It's not the only cancelled Alone in the Dark project, and who knows what they're doing with the franchise now. THQ Nordic bought it from Atari, but they haven't announced anything, and that was years ago now. So, like, I'm not sure what they wanted with it, if they weren't even going to, like, like develop anything. I don't like THQ Nordic for a variety of reasons, but yeah, no water. Kept that. So yeah, they clearly wanted to do the Resident Evil 4 style QTEs, which, from what I remember, Alone in the Dark 5 doesn't have that stuff. So I'm surprised that this remake of Alone in the Dark 1 would have had it. And that's actually a really good look at the character model there. So there's no night gaunts in this version. So it's statues and some purple fog thing. Probably because at this point they'd sort of like given up on the whole Lovecraftian thing. They tried to bring that back in the 6th game, and it's bad. The final boss of the 6th game is Cthulhu. Like, he just appears and you just shoot him to death. I highly recommend checking out my playthrough if just for that moment, because I managed to stun lock Cthulhu from a blind spot. I just stood there with an infinite ammo revolver shooting him to death. It's hilarious. It's the same basic concept here. Instead of mirrors, they have diamonds to reflect light to break the whole darkness thing. This examination screen is just ripped right out of Alone in the Dark 5. Like, you don't have any examination screen in Alone in the Dark 5, but like the UI it's the Alone in the Dark 5 UI. And that's the Alone in the Dark 5 throw mechanic, but like locked to look at the floor. The most common way you fight in Alone in the Dark 5 is by throwing bottles of alcohol or gasoline and then shooting them with a gun to make them explode. Because fire is the only thing that kills enemies. So it's an odd game. I like it, but it's odd. Ah, look, that's actually a proper Coliseum Call of Cthulhu pentagram, though. Maybe they were going to tie in a bit more Lovecraftian stuff than the removal of the night gaunts suggests. And there's the doggy again. Yeah, so that was the Alone in the Dark remake.